So Gauntlet of the Conflagrator, it's a relic from the Necron Codex. It's got a 12-inch range and it's pistol 1. Although it isn't really one shot, and you virtually get to shoot at every single model in an enemy unit. Now you don't need to roll to hit and you don't need to roll to wound either. You simply roll 1 dice per every single model in that unit and any 6s will inflict a mortal wound. This is going to be extremely useful against a large unit. Although the game doesn't seem to be heading in that direction at the moment. Even with the new Demon Codex, they don't seem to be going Horde heavy at the moment, they seem to be going more Elite. So not all factions actually have the Horde option, and even the ones that do, don't seem to be playing Horde anyway. But let's get into more details in regards to this relic. So the main benefiter for this relic would be the Hexmark Destroyer. Of course, the Hexmark is a character model, so you can take a relic for 1 command point. And why the synergy is really good with the Hexmark Destroyer as opposed to one of the other models in the Codex, because the Hexmark Destroyer is already carrying pistols. In fact, he's got 6 pistols, so he can be shooting this relic alongside those pistols, where in usual circumstances in the shooting phase, you can't shoot your pistol weapons alongside, say, your assault weapons, your rapid fire weapons, your heavy weapons. You've got to choose one or the other. But in this case, he's only holding pistols, so you can shoot all the pistol weapons. So by putting it on, say, a Catacomb command barge, okay, maybe the Overlord that's actually controlling the command barge has got a war scythe, but don't forget there's an undersling weapon on that command barge. Whether it's a Tesla cannon or a Gauss cannon, you're not going to be able to shoot that weapon anymore. Now that doesn't mean to say you can only put it on a Hexmark Destroyer. There's lots of other options. You've got the Locust Lord that can take just a melee weapon alongside this relic, so it can be used in his Gauntlet relic as well as taking a war scythe, because of course you're not shooting a war scythe, it's a melee weapon. Or just an Overlord taking a melee weapon as well. He could be a decent option for equipping this relic. Optionally, you can take it on one of your Cryptek models, and you can pair it with the Dimensional Sanctum Cryptek Arcana, so it could be deep striking your Cryptek in. He's then going to be 9 inches away from any model, so he's going to be within range of the specific unit that you want to target with this relic. Now, if you are using the Hexmark Destroyer with this relic, make sure you fire the relic first before using his actual pistols, and here's why. So you're going to be rolling a dice for every single model in the unit. If you start removing models with his disintegrating pistols, then you're going to have less dice to play with when it comes to rolling for the relic. So use the relic first, get as many casualties as possible, then use his disintegrated pistols to remove some extra models from the unit. Now the basic odds of removing models with this relic alone is basically 1 in 6, isn't it? For every 6 models in a unit, you're going to be removing one of those models on average. So if you've got 12, that'd be 2. If you've got 18 models, that will be 3 mortal wounds there, or 3 casualties if you like. That's if the unit consists of 1 wound models. That's what your target should be. If you're going up against, say, Space Marine models that have got 2 wounds, because first of all, you're not going to roll that many dice. They normally come in 5s, maybe 10s at best. So you're not going to have that many dice to play with, and you need 2 6s just to remove 1 single model there. But for your basic 20-man blob that's only got 1 wound apiece, but you're looking at roughly 3 to 4 mortal wounds there. It's probably more likely going to be 3 mortal wounds, but that's not bad before you're using those Hexmark pistols, of course. Now, I'd only personally use it on a Hexmark Destroyer, if I'm honest with you. He's already got the deep strike ability, getting in range of the exact target that he wants to go up against. Maybe there's loads of Hormagaunts, maybe there's loads of Orc Boys. Even our Necron Warriors would be a decent target because they come in 20s and they're only 1 wound per model. The problem with this relic though is if you're going up into tournaments and things like that, you're not going to see that many Horde units, so it's only really useful if you know you're going up against a Horde unit, you know your opponent, which makes it a more friendlier relic, I guess. Using it competitively, I don't think it's an option at the moment. So for the Planet 40k rating today for the Gauntlet of the Conflagrator, I'm going to be giving it 2 stars.